Many things that we do consciously or unconsciously, thinking that, this will make me feel better, this will make me feel happier. And it's true that I think human beings are wired in such a way that we tend to think about things in the short run, we don't think about the long run. For example, I myself, I am not pretending to be any kind of guru or expert or anything. If anything, I am still struggling a lot. I'm still very, very confused, and I really don't know which is exactly right or wrong. I find myself swinging from right to left, and most of the time I am right in the middle, and that's where I think is best for me. Having said that, for example, when it comes to buying things and makeup, I tend to feel that, okay, I don't look good the way I am naturally, therefore I invest so much money in makeup, guys. It's really a weakness. I don't think that's very healthy, because I think that beauty does not come from makeup, and you have to be able to embrace your own natural beauty. Besides, I it gets tiring at times to be so high maintenance, always having to be afraid that makeup is going to be smudged, and just having to remove all that, and take a lot of time to apply it, and you can't even look at yourself in the mirror without all of that. You find yourself so ugly. And when I look at Alicia Keys, she has stopped wearing makeup, and she looks honestly so free, so confident and strong now. She looks more original and more attractive in every way. And I hope that one day I will be able to free myself from that, because I spend so much money on makeup, guys. It's really, I think most girls who love makeup are addicted to makeup. We tend to explode our budget on something as superficial as makeup. It's not even food. So if we could be using that money to buy books, to buy food, that would be more interesting. And when you don't wear makeup, at least you don't have to be afraid of getting it smudged all over the place. And also, there are so many things that I'm realizing day by day, that many times we get so carried away by what social media is telling us to do, how to look, how to eat, how to talk, and how to live our lives, basically. And I'm the type of person, like, I don't like to be enslaved. I don't like to feel like I'm working too hard to impress people. I've For a large part of my life, and today especially, I believe that it's really irrelevant what people think of me. My job here is not to impress people, is not to get people to like me, certainly not on my appearance. If you want to like me for my character. And I want to offer a lot to humanity. I want to help others. I want to make someone's day better. I want to be happy, but not from material things, because material things are such a trap. Sometimes you get easily caught up in that greed. It never ends. You feel like once you have something, you have to have more and more and more. And you become worried about losing your stuff. So it becomes another additional stress on you to be constantly keeping track of all your possessions, and maintaining them and not losing them, etc. I don't mean to say that material things are not necessary for or not necessary for your happiness. They are important for your comfort, for your survival. That goes without saying. But I think the problem is that we are not content with what we have, and we are always in that we are always restless, we always feel empty, that somehow our are not enough, somehow we are not enough, somehow who we are, like, we are constantly dissatisfied. And social media, internet is like an acid, it's like a poison to that. If you are the type of person who overthinks, who compares yourself with others, then I would advise you to be very, very careful. I would advise myself to be very, very careful when it comes to social media, and not let yourself waste time doing that. So sometimes I like to do other activities, such as reading. I read, I write, I do drawing, I do embroidery, I do cooking, I pray, and I work out. I do so many things, but I will spend the least possible time on internet, because the internet is like a sort of hypnotic, how would I say it just draws you in, it enchants you and seduces you, and in the end the result is not always good. And for your mental health, especially for those who are struggling with mental health, I think you should be aware of that. Internet and social media and all of that technology, and don't make it such a big part of your life, because it will dominate your life and it will destroy you in many ways. I'm saying that from my own perspective. So I think that's the beauty of life, that no one is born with a manual. We don't have everything figured out. Of course, we all think differently, but at the end of the day, the more we grow up, the more we mature, the more we make mistakes, the more we keep learning. And that's really amazing because that's the fun of life, that you are becoming the best version of yourself, and no matter how much time it takes, at least you know that you are moving, you're progressing. And I think yeah, so life is so challenging. Every day you learn something new, and let us just keep learning and keep growing. And yeah.